Now then, here's an interesting one. We've got my battery chainsaw here, MSA 220C. Yeah, I quite like it. Yeah, for pottering around here, felling a single sort of tree up to about that sort of size and trimming it out, or cutting some awkward bits of firewood, it's perfect. Yeah, charge it up off the solar. All you got to do is put chains on it, and once you've worn them right down, and put oil in it. So it's great. Anyway, I was doing some routine maintenance and I came across quite a conundrum. Yeah, I took the side case off, couldn't get the bar off. What's going on? Wouldn't come off. You know, there's a stud sticking out, it wouldn't come off. So this is what we found, and I think this is going to help quite a few people out. So it's all a bit weird. Right, let's zoom down and I'll show you. Right, I'm not wearing gloves, alright? So we don't want any of this health and safety stuff. Right, this is an after a fact thing. Look at this. Let me just see if anyone can see what I'm doing. The bar was moving up and down like that, even though the side case was very tight. So that's concerning, because all you do is get wear. So we undid the side case. This is where we found we couldn't get the bar off. It would not come off. Slacken it off, wouldn't come off. Yeah, a right royal pain. In the end, I had to get a screwdriver under both sides and lever it backwards and forwards to get it off. So obviously a burr or something had occurred. Right, get rid of the chain. Right, now we've got no problems. So we levered it off. Come on, off you come. And it came off eventually. And what we found was a wear mark there. Whoop. Okay, so why would it just wear there? I also found that there was a burr down in there. So I got a 5.5mm chainsaw file and just eased that out, just cleaned it out, so that the bar would now fit on the stud. Okay, but why was that happening? Then I noticed, now I don't know whether you can see this, I think we're going to have to zoom in a lot. Look, that was above this surface. This is the clamping surface. Yeah. So what on earth was happening there? Had that pulled out? Was it a through bolt? Yeah. I don't know. I've never come across this sort of thing before. I know on some of the 023s, that sort of thing, if somebody's been particularly aggressive with tightening the side case nut, then these can pull out. But A, I've had this from new, B, I'm not that sort of person, and C, it's one of these businesses. So there is actually no nut there. You've got to operate that, and you can't get it too tight. So what's going on? So I looked down in the oil tank, I drained it out. Can you see that square there? Down the bottom, that solid square. That is where the bolt is. So it's not a through bolt or anything like that. There's nothing locking on the back side. So anyway, it was useful to drain the oil tank, because you'd be surprised how much muck gets in there if you use the saw fairly regularly. And in the woods, of course, if it's snowing or whatnot, you would not believe the amount of nonsense that gets in the bottom. Yeah, it's worth draining the oil tank from time to time. Anyway, so we couldn't get anywhere this way, so let's have a look on the other side. I'll show you what I found. So that's above the surface. Yeah. So I found the correct nuts that fitted on there. And locked them together. Come on, do as you're told. 14mm, it should be the right one. There we go. Yep. Locked them together like that, and then it wound in. I'm not pushing that too much because I don't want to break the bottom of that hole out, but basically I've wound it in tight enough. Yeah. Now, do you think I ought to put some Loctite on those threads? What do you think? I think it might be useful. Yeah, because as it was, the side case was clamping the bar against that piece there, that boss, and so therefore when the bar was moving, those threads were moving continuously. Yeah, every time the bar was moving, it was moving on the thread, so it bound to wear out in the end. Now we are right down in the bottom of that hole. I'm a bit reticent to, I don't want to take the whole thing out. Oh, interesting. But it's got a load of oil on it, so I can't do anything with that, and I don't want to take it out, right? But look, it's only a relatively small thread in the back there, and I think tightening it up, you're tightening this boss against the bottom of that hole. Does that make sense? So I think we shall just tighten it up and monitor the situation. So it just goes to prove that, as we all know, maintenance is very important, but not only just going through the motions, but actually being aware of other things at the same time. Okay, so there you go. If you've got a problem, the bar won't come off on one of these Stihl battery saws, if the bar is moving up and down, yeah, when it's all clamped up tight, there you go, wind that in, don't keep just using it, because you'll wear those threads in the plastic and then you're into a whole pile of pain and suffering. Yeah, whether or not they do a repair bolt for this with a larger thread, but there isn't that much in that boss in the back of the oil tank. Or are you into a side case, a whole half of this body? Yeah, right. And although quite a few of us would be unfazed by taking one of these apart, yeah, some of us wouldn't. Yeah, they wouldn't feel confident doing it. Yeah, put it like that. Yeah. So hopefully you'll find that interesting and very helpful. The other thing I found was that screw there that holds this windy gear on, and it has to be on the right side of the bar, so it lines up with that slot there, so it's on the bottom side there. Okay, if you have it on the top side, there's no recess for it. Anyway, that screw there was loose. Don't know. I think I'd had the bar off once or twice, maybe once before. Don't know. So you just got to make sure that that is tight. That screw there. Make sure that is threaded all the way in. Yeah, or else you're into a world of pain eventually. Right, hopefully, as I've said, hopefully this has helped quite a few people out. It's just as a general awareness of what happens when tools get used frequently, yeah, and as they should be. Right, comments and discussion please, yeah, give us a like and all that sort of thing. It's the whole of YouTube, the algorithms is all a bit weird, and for people like me who have been just creating content for 15 years, 14 years, something like that, things change and the viewer numbers go up and the income goes down, and it's constantly spiraling down. So if this has helped you, just find a way of saying thank you. Right, catch up with you soon. Cheers.